In my spare time, I'm a professional actor at the Stratford Theatre Festival. I'm actually an undercover cop.
Whoa!
I'm actually 40 years old. You know,
I'll get on the ground.
Welcome to The Town Show, a show where every week Mark and Ryan continue to build our fictional town with the aid of a special guest. We'll meet the townsfolk, erect landmarks, and build lore. I did it! I did it well. I did. That's one of the best times I've done that without looking at the script. Who's our guest today, Ryan?
Well, listen, it's a beautiful day in the town show situation because we have a huge get for the podcast. It's Allan Hawco. Allan, how are you, Allan?
Well, hello. Huge get.
Yeah, giant get. Are you kidding?
Yeah.
We reeled you in, and here you are. Actor, showrunner, producer, writer. Introduce yourself. Tell our listeners everything and anything about you.
Well, I'm an actor from Newfoundland, Canada.
Yeah.
I do write. I do have a show that I'm co-show running and co-created and producing, and produce shows in Newfoundland, and I do things. The show's called St Pierre, and it's on CBC on Monday nights.
And we're going to be talking about that because not just the fictional St Pierre, but the real St Pierre, because we're fascinated with it. I think it is it plays well with what we do here on this show, so we can't wait to get into it and talk all about Newfoundland as well, because I think you might be our first guest from Newfoundland.
I think so.
I think that's right.
I'm honored. Huge honor. Yeah. Huge honor.
Yeah. So let's what we do with our guests. We just like to talk about where you're from, the like where you grew up, and any memories you have in and around the town that you're from. But so where are you from?
So originally, I'm from an island off the coast of Newfoundland called Bell Island. But really, I was 4 years old when we left. So I grew up in a town called the Goulds, or Goulds, Goulds. But those of us from that time call it the Goulds. But it was a town, a farming town, very rare farming town in Newfoundland, not fishing community. So I grew up. I grew up on farms and stuff in Newfoundland.
What kind of farms? What was the
dairy farm, So I worked at a dairy farm, and I was like I've been working like real adult jobs since I'm about 9.
Okay. Wow. Okay. And what did you do on the dairy farm? You scare the cows around? You sort of wake them up and stuff?
I was like a farm hand. Yeah. You know, I used to weed the giant garden vegetable patches, and I used to drive the tractor. I was like 10. Yeah. I used to drive the truck for the hay baling because I wasn't big enough to carry the bales. They weren't those big round bales they have now that are machine operated. They were like the squares like in the movies, you know?
Yeah, right.
And I used to do a bit of that, but I used to drive the tractor and the pickup truck, and I used to clean the bullpen. I had to clean the bullpen, and the way we used to do it is the older guys would distract the bulls, multiple. And I would go in and shovel the manure out, and then they would run at me, and I would run and jump over the fence to get out before they killed me. Honest to God, true story. I was almost murdered. It's a miracle I wasn't murdered by a bull.
I
was like 9. I was like 10 years old. Yeah, maybe I was 11, but.
Yeah, get behind the wheel. You know, put that 9-year-old behind the wheel, not in the bullpen.
We used to drive. We used to drive early because we felt like very remote in that community. We felt like we were. So there was a lot of woods. There was a lot of like outdoor, wood stuff like hunting, fishing, all that kind of stuff. I grew up doing all that stuff with my dad. So I was driving a vehicle very, very early, and which is why I love stunt driving and stuff, because I really got to play around with doing all that stuff as a kid. Yeah. With zero consequences,
Oh,
amazing. Do you do stunt driving?
Oh yeah, I do. I've been doing stunt driving since I started producing TV. So Republic of Doyle was my first show.
Hello.
And I had a GTO, 1968 GTO, and I used to 1967 GTO, and I had a stunt version with a billy brake, and I did the majority of all of our stunt driving, except for like one or two massive jumps.
Wow.
Tell me
what's a billy brake?
A billy brake.
Yeah.
We're all
Yeah.
Like a stunt
very
brake.
interested.
A billy brake is like a handbrake. Essentially, it locks up the back wheels of your vehicle, so you can. So your rig has a gas pedal, a brake, and then on the side where the emergency foot brake would normally be, there's a thing called a billy brake, which is a stunt brake. So you step on that to slide, lock up the back wheel so you can slide.
Wow.
Wait, explain to me this trajectory though. Do you go like literally from the farm to doing your own stunts, or is there like a person that you kind of mentor?
No. I went for, that was like child. I was like child labor. Then I basically started doing that. Working at a grocery store, Big Good supermarket in the Goulds, which is a real staple of Newfoundland lore. It's an independent-owned grocery store. That I worked
Good.
there.
Sorry, say that again. Big Good.
Big Goods, Better Buys. Big Goods, Better Buys.
Big Goods, Better Buys. Great.
And we used to say Big Goods, Better Buys because the buy means boy, and Big Goods, Better Buy because we were all bag boys. We used to bag groceries, and I got paid $1.10 an hour, and I'm not exaggerating at all.
Wow.
Jesus.
And then we got tips, and we were like, we were child labor. Like, and when you were 13, you got that job.
Yeah.
And then you were fired when you were 16 because that's when you were eligible for minimum wage. But then I got hired into the community of the Big Goods family, and I worked there basically until I went to university.
Oh my gosh, you were there for like 10 years or 6-7 years.
I was fully working 40 hours a week all through high school. Like, I don't know why I was doing all this stuff. Like, we did. I did like all of the things: the hockey, the drama, the choir, the band, the taekwondo, the stuff, the things, the hanging, the stuff, the drinking, and I worked full time. Like I felt like when I graduated from. Yeah, and you're hanging out with adults, because everyone's got families. And by the time I graduated from theater school, I was like, I am not getting a job.
Yeah.
I'm done working for a lifetime, man. I'm done working jobs I don't want to do.
Yeah.
So I decided I wasn't going to do it. And I would do like hobbles and stuff in Toronto. I would do like carpentry work and shit like that where I could kind of convince people that I knew what I was doing.
Yeah.
Was the big boss the manager ever at Big Goods ever trying to tempt you up the ladder? Hey, Allan, stay here.
Yeah.
For life. The opposite. They were very supportive of me. They gave me a scholarship in high school.
Hey.
They were very supportive of. Actually, one of them fired me because I didn't get into university because my grades were shit. And then I didn't get in, and then am I allowed to say that on this podcast?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, absolutely, please
say it more.
So, and then I was working there full time, and basically John fired me, and I was also incompetent because I was phoning it in. But he and I talked about it years later. His brother was also a manager, and he and I were very close. He was annoyed because I worked very close with all of them and worked so hard when I was in high school. But John and they all kind of were like, dude, they all knew I was going to go do something like this.
Right.
They knew it and they supported it. They were really great, actually. They were great.
That's
amazing. It's tough being a family like that. They're the big industry in the town, right? The supermarket was the big job. They were cool.
Were you doing stuff in high school? Like when did you start doing acting?
Yeah, we had this teacher, Tony Duffenay, who was a sports guy and an arts guy. So he was like our lit teacher, amazing lit teacher. Like I fell in love with Shakespeare doing Macbeth with him in grade 9, He was the person that kind of showed me it was grade 10 actually. Grade 9 was Romeo and Juliet with our gym teacher who didn't really fully understand the concept of what we were doing.
Hilarious transition.
I love that.
That's beautiful.
Oh, God.
Okay, so it's a tragedy. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Okay, so he got the Montagues and the Capulet, like two teams.
He tried so hard too. Two teams. Yeah. He had his tracksuit on too. He always was.
Here, you're wearing these pennies. You wear these.
You're the Capulets.
he tried, but Tony, when I got to grade 10 and, advanced lit or whatever, and then I started to understand, and then he was also ran the drama program, and he really was punching above our weight as a school. Like our school was small, our town was small. It wasn't an art driven town. Like it was a real rough, in many ways, a real rough town. A lot of drinking, a lot of fighting, a lot of like smoking weed, a lot of, every Friday I went out because I was slightly different. Someone wanted to fight me. It was like, you're constantly like, but Tony really encouraged the drama of it and did like really cool stuff, exciting stuff for a bunch of kids who weren't all actors. And a lot of really, really, really important people in the country came from that school actually, and from his drama tutelage. And he did it all in his own time. When you look back at it, what teachers had to endure, like he really devoted his life to it. It was like a community thing. A great deal of gratitude.
I owe so much to my high school drama teacher, Fred Galloway. I mean, just what he just did, allowed us to do and allowed us sort of that self-expression to find. So like, I connect with that. But for our listeners, maybe, what's that?
Where'd you
I'm
go
a
to
West
school?
Coast boy, Prince of Wales. Ryan Reynolds went to Prince of Wales, so I'm not the most famous Ryan actor from my high school.
Well, he's not the most famous Ryan from Canada, so don't worry.
Yeah.
Right. Thank
Gosling
you.
has probably got him beat.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I used to say in Toronto in the early days whenever there was a movie, every casting person and every producer would do the Ryan game.
Yeah.
And they would try to get one of the Ryans in their movie, and then it would either be me or Rossif who ends up in the part.
Should have called me.
Oh.
Can you, we have some American listeners. We have some listeners in Denmark and such. We have like a little bit. Can you talk us through a little bit about Newfoundland? Newfoundland's a special place. You know what I mean? Can you give us a little rundown, a little bit your version of Newfoundland and Labrador or Labrador for our listeners?
Land Labrador, yeah. Well, unless, there's some funny, interesting stuff happening in Quebec right now. There's, because Quebec and Newfoundland have always been in some sort of... Robert Lepage, I met Robert Lepage when I was at Soul Pepper in Toronto, and he came up to me and said, so you and I are going to have to fight about who owns Labrador. He was like, isn't that great? He was just like, but he just slapped me in the face. And I'm like 22 and ready to get into it with him. And he's like, I'm joking. I'm joking. Like, don't fight with Robert Lepage.
Yeah.
You just met Robert Lepage. Don't fight with him about Labrador. Newfoundland in a nutshell. So for those who don't really know the story, we were the first colonized part of North America, first apparently by the Vikings, and then, with evidence, the Vikings. And then later, the Europeans invaded the old island of Newfoundland and in Bonavista Vista and started colonizing North America around the time of the U.S.'s discovery, right around the Columbus time. We were a country, we were our own dominion until 1947, and we joined Canada on April Fool's Day, 1949. So that was the day that we joined the nation of Canada. And then there was a lot of baggage around that with Canada, with Newfoundland and Canada for a long time, because we were our own nation, and there was the Newfie joke and all of that stuff. And it was like a real chip on our shoulders for a long time. And our identity felt very unique and culturally distinct. And then, the internet and flights and travel and integration with the nation that you're a part of. And now it feels like, the separatist Newfoundlander that I would have been in my 20s is like, get a life. It would be really difficult the reality of living alone in a situation like that as a nation would be pretty challenging. And the Canadian dominion and what we are as a federation is pretty great. Anyway,
wow, that's fascinating.
What a great answer.
Yeah,
I was like, I thought you were gonna be like, it's near the sea and there's boats and stuff. We got right into it, and that was.
I tried to thumbnail it. You could have gone on.
I'm sure
that was perfect. That was awesome.
Could have gone on.
God, I loved it.
Yeah. So we were talking about where you worked, were you as a kid? Were you just like you were just probably an outdoor kid, like running around?
Oh yeah, we didn't have any of that. We didn't have. That's the Gen X thing. Like we were the. There's not a lot of murder in Newfoundland, and even though all of my television shows are surrounded by homicides.
Except for those bulls trying to murder you. You know what I mean? If they
there was definitely potential for death by adventure, but there wasn't a lot of child abduction. We grew up in a pretty idyllic place. It was it was like I said, you go out and there's a lot of fist fighting. There wasn't a lot of knives pulled.
Was that the vibe of the Goulds? Or is that
we were a rough place?
That was a rough place versus, I don't know, another place around St. John's.
Petty Harbor, Goulds, Shea Heights. So there's, you're in St. John's proper, and then Shea Heights is the brow. It's up on the top of the hill across the harbor. It's a beautiful community. They were, I don't know what the reputation is there now, but those guys were rough, and the Goulds were really rough. Petty Harbor, where Alan Doyle is from, they were really tough. And then
who's the toughest? Like if you rank those three places,
Petty Harbor. The guys from Petty Harbor were tough, man. I used to watch fist fights where our toughest guy would fight one of their non-contenders, and he would just be laughing at the guy.
He's like, I'm just a jobber.
Like bam, 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 and you're watching MMA fighting, before it's that.
Yeah.
Just
where would these
brutal.
take place? Where would these typically
by the school, by the convenience store. We all used to hang out in front of stores, smoke and drink, and in the woods. We used to do a lot of woods drinking and fighting and shit like that. I never liked the fighting, by the way. I was never.
Yeah. Me neither. Never been good at it.
Yeah, I did all the taekwondo and stuff to kind of really mostly, hopefully, ward off.
Let's stop there for a second.
Yeah.
Taekwondo on Newfoundland. That seems somehow in contradiction. What was the teacher? What was the teacher like?
Yeah,
where did he learn his practice?
What was the dojo? Yeah.
What was the dojo? What were the vibes of this place?
Yeah, well, so there was a friend of mine who was he was a black I think he was a triple black stripe or a black belt or whatever. He was a part of this. There was two different federations of Taekwondo politics.
Okay.
And one of them was the one I was in. I can't remember what it was. And but Taekwondo was dramatic, I liked it because it was dramatic. I did Shotokan karate, but Shotokan karate was far more subdued. It was far more about real subtle, but Taekwondo was all about jumping and kicking
flashy kicks, big flashy kicks.
Yeah. It was more
There's
fun.
some grappling in Taekwondo. You grapple and
no,
judo, I guess.
That's
judo, Aikido.
Judo.
I did Aikido for a hot minute. Aikido is another one that was really, really subtle and all about.
Did you ever bring out some of these Taekwondo moves in a fight?
Oh yeah.
Really?
It was because you get really good at it and it's instinctive. I'll tell you, I played a lot of hockey. So we were going out to up the southern shore or up in CBS, Conception Bay South. We had a hockey tournament, and on the way there, we got in like a bit of a drag race with the other car, and they followed us to the rink, and we got out, and they were like, "You're dead." So then we went and played. Then we came out, and they were all around the car.
Yeah, sure.
Oh God!
And we were far away from home, and 1 second, one of the guys I was with was in a fight.
Oh my gosh.
Was fighting this guy, and then 3 guys were standing in front of me, and I threw my stick down like an idiot, and the guy picked it up, and he was like swinging my stick at me, and I just went, okay, and then I just went into this pose, and I wasn't bullshitting. I was like, this is my only way out of here, and I fucking freaked them out. They all got scared, and I told them, I was like, I'll fight you all one at a time. And they were like, the guy threw my stick down, they left, and then some parents came over and we got out of it. The next night we had another game. The rink was filled, and that guy had clearly been stewing all night about this moment.
Sure. Yeah.
So he started screaming for me, calling me the Karate Man. And our former captain, David Pender, had just started doing karate. And David loved fighting more than eating.
Sure.
He was there at the game. He jumped down and he was like, I'm the fucking karate man. And then he went out and beat this guy up in front of everybody, hundreds of people. And everyone thought it was me.
Oh my God.
I was like hiding in the closet. Like,
yeah.
This
I love
guy
the idea
can't
of
win
you
against
yelling-
Karate Man.
Of you yelling back,
And
it's Taekwondo, man.
Yeah, exactly. I gave up karate in grade 8, you idiot.
Taekwondo, man. And sometimes Aikido, man.
My coach was like, because they all knew it was me in the dressing room. My coach was like, if you go out there and fight, I'm going to take the C off your jersey.
Wow, okay.
And I was like, yeah, well, ooh.
Oh, darn.
Darn, I'm not going to go. Okay. I want to go out there and fight.
I can't.
Real fighting culture.
That's great.
Great story. Started with a drag race, ended with 2 karate fights. That's awesome.
Yeah, I take it you won
Fair
the
enough.
drag race, so is that why they were so mad?
I wasn't driving. No. Shane was driving. A friend of mine, Shane Croft, was driving, and the guy with him. We had 2 like jokesters with us who love, who were Steve Paquette and Jason Richards. They were just funny. And They were like high beaming Shane's lights, and Shane was like, "Fuck off!" and just got us into. My favorite part of that whole fight was while everyone's fighting. Steve Paquette, by the way, is the only guy who ever beat me up. Earlier in our childhood, he beat me up like in front of everybody. He was funny and he was.
Paquette.
Yeah, he was very funny and also like you couldn't really hurt him. But my favorite part of the whole thing is Shane got in this fight with this guy, and the guy Shane was fighting, he took off his glasses and handed them to Paquette, and Paquette was holding this guy's glasses while our friend was fighting him.
There's rules.
Yes.
I loved it.
Yeah,
and I didn't notice until after Paquette on the drive home. He was like, I just stood there holding the guy's glasses. I didn't know what to do.
The amount of times that my
exactly.
siblings and my parents told me to take off my glasses if I ever got in a fight, like it was so like ingrained in me because I wore glasses ever since I was like a kindergarten.
They were expensive, man. And
They're like, take off your glasses. Like that's what they cared about.
Okay, that you're
you
fighting.
Get your eye poked out. You know? My brother got in a fight where the guy hit him with his glasses on, and it really fucked him up, and it messed up his. Greg had transitioned shades before they were cool. My brother did, and it really messed up his face. So we were all taught about the glasses thing.
Yeah.
I still got the 20/20 vision, so I never had that problem.
Oh my god,
That's where I'm different. I put on a second pair of glasses when I get into a fight. You know what I mean? I put on more and more.
And you're like, you wouldn't hit a guy with 2 pairs of glasses.
Please, God, please don't hit me. What can I do?
Hey, well, we should go to our town. Okay, we should have a look at what we got going on.
I probably
over here.
wasted a lot of your time. I'm so sorry.
No, this is perfect.
No, this is the whole show.
This is
This
amazing.
is what we do. This is what we do.
Yeah, it's exactly what we do. So in our town, we have, we got a lot of stuff. We got it's been growing and growing. It's beautiful. Do you, Allan? Do you think there's anything that any town might need or want, particularly our town? Yeah. What do you think?
Well, I'm sure you have a pub, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we have a pub restaurant.
We have a restaurant pub.
No, you need a pub.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You need a pub that is not nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the 5 of us need to be afraid when we go in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we're going to go in there anyway. Unfortunately, there's going to be video lotto machines in this bar.
Oh yeah.
That's great.
And they still smoke in there, and they're not supposed to.
Okay. That sounds perfect.
Yeah. It's like a real record scratch pub. Like you walk in there and you're like, oh no.
Well, you think my favorite thing about this pub is you think it's that.
Yeah.
But then you go in there and you feel like, oh, they're going to murder me. And they're the nicest people.
Great.
That's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, if you're in there and it's like full and the owner has to leave, they'd be like, oh, do you mind watching the till for me?
Nice.
Exactly. And you're like,
nice.
Okay.
Let's do this. I want to visit this pub. Who wants to be what? Ryan, do you want to be
You know what? I think just based on my demeanor and who I am, I should be the guy who walks in and think I'm going to get killed.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That's kind of been my experience in life. I walk into a Starbucks, I think I might I get
You might get bullied.
You know what I mean?
It's because you want to use the bathroom, but you don't want to pay for anything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Mark and Allan, I mean, you guys could be regulars. You know what I mean? And I think because we got Chris Kelly, and Chris Kelly's a maritimer. I think maybe Chris could be behind the bar. What do you think?
You're going to throw me into this.
Yeah, what do you think,
here?
Chris? Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I can.
So why the Maritimes? What's the Maritimes in the connection?
Well, you're a maritime man, Allan, and
Chris, do not say that. We nary shall the two across.
Sorry,
you can't say that. You can't say that anymore.
Excusez-moi.
Tell us about that.
So Allan is an Atlantic Canadian.
Thank you.
And I am a proud maritimer.
Okay. I see.
It's weird. It's a weird thing for.
It's a
weird. Newfoundland is not a part of the Maritimes. I don't know.
Learn it.
Maybe the Maritimes were a thing before we joined Canada. Probably.
Right.
Yes,
that's right. That's probably. It's like, hey, we already kind of have our thing. Like, can you do something
we weren't
else?
Included.
Yeah.
Did you say and Labrador also? Not.
Yeah, Newfoundland, Labrador.
Labrador.
Yeah. Gotcha. Right.
Now, wait. Just before we move into this pub, is St Pierre and Miquelon considered part of Atlantic Canada?
It's not Canada at all.
It's France. It's France.
It's France, for sure, France.
And most people in the world don't even know it's there.
That's true.
So interesting.
It's
so interesting. Okay, let's see the scene, and then I want to jump back out and then talk about St Pierre and Miquelon because it's I don't want to leave this episode without talking about it because it's so fascinating. So
if I'm a regular, my eyes got to be like that.
Yeah,
there you go.
Perfect.
There you go. Okay, so do we have a name for the pub? Should we name the pub?
Name it.
George's.
Yes.
Because the first guy who opened it was named George.
Nice.
Perfect.
Chris, you're George. No, you're not George.
No, I'm George like the third.
Right. Okay.
So you guys do a little bit.
Yeah,
exactly.
Do a little bit of a setup, and then I'll come in. You know what I mean? So you're behind the bar. Let's see what happens here.
Hey, can I get another one?
Yeah, one second.
Machine's not paying out.
What?
The machine's not paying out.
Well, that's not my problem because I don't service these things. This is the Lotto company, and they come in and they make those things work. So don't. Do
you cash welfare checks to go? I just need. You cash that check?
If you sign the back of it, fine. I can do that.
Do I got to sign my name or what if my name?
Well, is it in your name?
If it's in your name, you got to sign. Let me see that.
I didn't.
Let me see this.
I don't.
This isn't yours.
I didn't ask you to talk, did I?
No, you didn't. You didn't hear. Take it back.
Hey, what are you doing over there?
Who, me?
What are you?
Oh no, who's this guy?
Who's this?
Sorry, my car broke down out front. I just was looking for anyone. Oh,
do you got $140 on you in cash if I gave you this check?
I have $159. Do you have change, or do you have change? I have $159.
Do you got $149 for this check, or not?
I have 100. And I guess I do have 100. I'm just looking for jumper cables. I'm sorry. I guess I should maybe take my business elsewhere.
Do you got $149 for this check?
I do. I guess I do. If doing the simple math in my head. Yeah. Can I? This is made of cardboard.
This is a public establishment. Why don't you come in and order something?
Oh, well, it's just my car broke down out front. I'm just.
You got to order something.
Me and Mark are drinking White Russians.
Yeah.
Oh. A White Russian.
If you were buying them, if we were buying White Russians.
Yeah.
If we were buying White Russians, that's the beginning of your. If we were buying White Russians.
If we were buying White Russian, what part of that don't you understand?
I understand the first part.
You better order something soon,
okay,
or there's going to be a fight.
A round of White Russians, please. The whitest of Russians.
It's on him. What's your name, new fish?
What's that?
What's your name?
Stanley Sturgeon. So it's interesting you called me New Fish because my last name is a fish.
Stanley, do you ever get itchy?
Do I ever get itchy?
Do you ever get itchy?
Routinely. I'm quite ticklish as well.
Didn't ask you that. That's weird.
Yeah.
I get throat itchy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I get itchy. Itchy sometimes under my chin. My chin.
But he's weird, Mark.
Yeah.
Look, I just need some jumper. I just don't want to get beat up.
And here are your White Russians. That'll be $159.
So, now, I can't help but think that that's because I told you exactly how much is in my wallet.
It might come
It's
with
what
a
they
set of
cost.
jumper cables, all right? So just,
What's wrong with your car?
It's the battery died. I should have replaced the battery years ago, I think.
But you
need a
didn't, did you?
boost, or-
I need a boost. Yeah. So that's
Mark, you
I guess-
got a battery for sale, I think.
I do,
got
and
a
it's
battery.
under my stool here. This battery should fit your car.
you're sitting on a phone book.
What? That's
the
to
phone
see. That's to see over the counter.
You're quite little.
I do. I'm very
Very
small.
small, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm a small man,
Very small.
but I do have a battery under the stool. I'm
Oh.
sitting on a phone book. That's true. Now,
Well,
what kind of car you got?
It's a
67.
97 Toyota Accord.
Oh, perfect.
Classic car.
This
Classic.
is a great battery. This will fit a Toyota Accord. Usually Honda makes those.
Yeah, it was 1 year where Toyota made them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
it was the 1 year.
yeah, yes.
Fish, man, do you ever get your eye? My eye's infected.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do I ever? So there was kind of two sentences that kind of like did a sort of a tributaried into a river of not a question necessarily, but yeah. So my eye does. I have had eye infections before, and I do get itchy. Yeah.
Got any advice for our friend over here? What can he do about his infected eye?
I mean, I just think you should maybe wash it out. Do you have an eye wash station in the pub?
Do we have
an eye wash station
Of course
in the
we
pub?
do. Of course we do.
Come on back here.
Come on back to the eye wash station. We should have gotten him there back at the eye wash station a long
No,
time
I'm not
ago.
inviting him. I'm inviting the Stanley Sturgeon. Come on back here.
To see the eye wash station.
Yes,
Okay,
come on
I
back
can
here. Take a look at this.
Take a look. Yeah.
It is actually pretty good. It's a pretty good eye wash station. We have it
Yeah,
installed.
this is really nice. What is this?
Yeah, top
Wow.
of the line.
You just
Yeah.
never know when you could get chemically damaged from something when your eyes.
Problem is,
true.
his eye problem is not chemical, so this eye station doesn't work.
It's kind of a moot point. Yeah.
Thanks for
But
showing
you're
me.
losing
though.
money if you don't have an eye station in a bar like this. I mean, you're losing
Most
money.
most pubs like this, most bars.
So
they
what did
need
you
an
say
eye
the
wash
problem with your
station.
car was? You don't have a battery and you need it fixed right now by us?
So there's a few things going on. I think I need a jump and or a new battery. And these White Russians are delicious.
That
What's
was
inside of this?
mine. That was my
Oh.
White Russian. You're drinking
And
my
I'll be
drink.
honest with you. I spit in mine 3 times. So you don't want to drink
Three
out of mine.
times.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, you weren't
Okay.
drinking mine because I'm the bartender.
Well,
By the bar, that's a cue. That's a cue. Fishman, by the bartender, drink. Offer him a drink now.
can I buy you a drink, sir?
Yes, please.
He's been in Alcoholics Anonymous for 10 years. You son of a bitch.
How dare you
dare you.
offer me?
How would you dare offer the?
God, I can't
Why would
believe
you
I've
do that,
done
man?
What are you
Why would
doing?
you do that?
I don't
Tempting
know.
the guy.
How
Yeah.
dare you?
He's in recovery. He's been in recovery for quite a long time.
Is
And
there
you do
something
this.
like a beige Russian that's maybe a non-alcoholic version of the drink? Or
What would be in a beige Russian?
what's in a white Russian?
Milk,
milk and vodka
and vodka and ice.
Kahlua.
and Kahlua?
Tallulah.
Rum,
in
I suppose
there
you could
too.
throw in it. Yeah, you could throw rum in it. That's non-alcoholic.
Yeah, rum is rum is
Basically not. It's basically
rum is
Yeah.
not.
yeah.
It's
When I do
mostly
my
sugar.
sober
You could
stints,
probably have that.
yeah, my
Yeah.
sober
Probably
stints are
have
just rum, just white wine. You know, none of the hard stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just vermouth. I only drink vermouth when I'm trying to stay on the straight and narrow.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Vermouth is basically an energy drink
Yeah.
in a lot of ways.
Hey, I like this guy.
You know, I like you guys. You know? I
You're
mean,
all
like,
right, Fishman. You're all right.
yeah, I've never had a nickname before. I've always wanted one, and
I'm
You guys
surprised no one ever
Fishman.
called you Worm or something like that. You never had a nickname?
well, I've had like people call me derogatory things.
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah,
like
a lot of nicknames come from that, you know?
You know what? Maybe I could just leave the car parked out there for the evening and sit here and have a few White Russians with you guys, if that's okay.
Yeah, but
That's
not
a
with
smart
George.
move because we're
Pull
police
up a
officers,
cart.
just so you know.
Yeah,
We would have been watching you if you're going to drive.
This
Yeah.
is a sting.
we're all cops. Even George.
A sting
Even
like
me.
your eye probably stings.
Get out.
Get out.
Funny, man.
Get out.
Okay, yeah,
Get out.
okay, yeah. Sorry, yeah.
Condition is serious.
I love George's.
I love George's.
love
I could hang out
George's.
there all night.
Oh my gosh. And
was it just Mark and Alan and Chris? with the
yeah, there was no one else there.
That's beautiful.
Oh yeah, no,
Well,
not at all.
it was 10 o'clock in the morning. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like I've lived that experience before, where like you're being fucked with, but you're also being teased in a friendly way, and then you sort of like worm your way into a unlikely friendship.
I was at a dodgy pub in London once, where it was like it was a record scratch moment. Everybody looked at me. I was not supposed to be there. Just a bunch of like older men drinking, but I'm having a great time. I was by myself.
I used to live in Kensington Market in Toronto.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And I went into a Korean karaoke bar.
Mm-hmm.
And with two of my friends. I just lived down the road. So I was like, I've never been in here. I should go in and see what it's like. So I went in and record scratch. Soon we went in. Nobody wanted us there. It was very clear. But I was like, I live here. I'm going to make this a part of my neighborhood, as I did with every other, because Kensington had every different sort of walk of life of different cultures in that little community. Went up to the bar, ordered 3 beer, and the bartender said, "Are they to go?"
I was like, that was an option.
Yeah, I guess they are.
Yeah.
I guess they are. Yep. That's fine.
Yeah,
That's
thank
fine.
you for these.
Well, didn't know you could do that in Canada or Toronto, but
Oh, you can.
no paper bags. Yep. Well, we're going to leave then, I guess.
Wow.
Thank you.
Yep.
Wow.
Oh,
Let's talk about St Pierre, the show and the place.
So the show and the place. Like so to give context, yes, Alan, you've got this new show, season 2, coming out on CBC.
It's out.
It's out right
It's
now.
out.
It's out right now.
It's out.
But so set the scene for the audience of what it's based on, because I think what it's based on, like you said, no one knows about.
Yeah. So the show is a fictionalized version of this place because it's a murder mystery show.
Mm-hmm.
My character goes from the Newfoundland constabulary. He's kind of banned from Newfoundland because he arrests the premier as a personal connection. The premier's living with my character's ex-wife in his house with his kids. He arrests the premier. It looks like it's personal. So his boss sort of sends him on this, like, it's supposed to be like a cultural exchange with a cadet. She's like, just you go lay low for a few months. And he liaises with the local police force there. And the St Pierre and Miquelon reality is like it's a French territory off the coast of Newfoundland.
Yeah.
That's, Newfoundland, when the first invading, settling people, colonialist people showed up, the Europeans, the French and English were always fighting over St. John's Harbor, Newfoundland, the fishing grounds of Labrador. French and English, Newfoundland changed hands through the years over a number of different wars. It ended up being, Great Britain ended up keeping it, but France kept that tiny little arpeggio of islands, St. Pierre and Miquelon, and they still have them to this day. So it's this tiny little footprint of Europe between Nova Scotia, the Maritimes, and Newfoundland. It's tiny little.
How tiny are we talking about? How big
Tiny.
is
5,000 people, like something
6,000, yeah, it's
Oh my gosh.
5,900 or something
So
like that.
tiny.
Yeah.
Wow.
and how many islands? Two islands?
No,
or-
there's probably 4 of them. There's Langlade, St. Pierre, Miquelon, probably, and then there's a bunch of other little tiny ones around there. So maybe there's 10. I don't know. I can't remember the exact amount. But here's the cool thing. So I'm developing this show idea there for that, this show. And all through development, I was shooting a series in Halifax, and I would, sleep on an airplane the second I get on it, no matter where we're flying, no matter what. It's like my number one way to fall asleep.
gosh.
Oh, I love it.
That's awesome.
Often wake up on landing, and I've often been woken up by flight attendants being like, "You've got to get off the plane."
Yeah.
That's happened to me more than once.
Wow.
And every time we would fly past St. Pierre during the development process, I would wake up and look out the window, and it would be right there.
Oh, man.
And I would take a photo and send it to my producing partners and be like, "What is happening?" It was just this weird thing that
Interesting.
it just became this thing where I was feeling like, oh, this is something. It was a real cool experience to be shooting there, living there, and living with the locals. And I've spent a lot of time there.
Is it like a slice of Europe, or is it kind of like Newfoundland? Like
neither.
Right.
It's its own.
It's
like
really
what
not
parts of Europe does it have? Like what parts of French?
They use the
culture?
euro.
Yeah, euro, the electricity, the culture, the flag, the Frenchness, the French, the actual French, their identity, their connection to reality, their country, their domestic flight to Paris. It's wild. It's a 30-minute flight from St. John's and a
domestic flight to Paris. That's
domestic
nuts.
flight.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So
Well, they're
cool.
France.
Yeah.
And then you go through this, like, I don't know if you're a Canadian, if it's domestic, but I think if you're a French national, I haven't done that trip, but it's pretty wild. And it's so like there's this tiny little town that's like really quite dense. It's almost like a city. And in our show, it's far more metropolis than in reality. But in reality, it's still a real punch above its weight town for a small community. Like we've all been to small communities, there's like their restaurant game is, you go to Niagara on the Lake, they've got like, some quality infrastructure for a small town, but they're right next to Niagara Falls. It's a tourist destination for the world. You're on the edge of the border of the United States.
Yes.
You're catering to all these different tourists, hundreds of thousands of tourists per year. This place has got real restaurants with real like the best booze game. There's no booze in North America that matches the wine selection that would be in St. Pierre. It is like
Cool.
they're also living with what their resources are too. They're extremely limited, as you can imagine. Like when the ferry comes in with their supplies, they're quite vulnerable, and they really, really try to punch above their weight, and that's part of their cultural experience. Their lunch break is from 12 to 2 every day.
Oh my
the
God.
2-hour lunch break is real. It's really
awesome.
Yeah.
It's wild. Yeah, it's really culturally cool, and it's its own thing. I think probably outside of Newfoundland, it's got Newfoundland influences because we've been together out there on the edge of the ocean and the edge of the world forever. Yeah, so it's pretty cool.
All right. Hey, do you want? Do we have time for one more little thing?
We have like time for one small little thing. I have one idea, but what do
Okay.
you have, Mark?
You get. What's your idea if it's small?
Well, before we go, I would love to just see a scene with a gym teacher directing
yes.
Romeo and Juliet
from
just at our local high school.
Yeah.
He tried so hard. He tried.
Yeah.
He really did. He really gave it. And we were also, I think, the remedial. Oh yeah. Oh my God. The class he had to teach, the grade 9 class. I was a part of this. It was the principal. They were all ex-brothers and nuns and stuff. It was a Catholic school. And our principal, Mr. Cody, the worst of grade 9 was our group. And he put us all in one class. Wow. And why was I in it? I was a really good, I guess I was trying to like be cool or something, trying to hang out with the cool guys. I was wearing my brother's leather jacket and stuff. And
what did you play? Were you Romeo?
No, we didn't do the play.
You were just teaching it. Okay.
The plays we used to do, Tony Duffany would do the Passion Mass. So Easter, we would do like the Jesus Christ Superstar amalgamated in the church where the priest would play Jesus. And I played
Marty was born to play. Yeah.
Joe, whatever, where my first role ever was crucify him was my only line.
Right.
Crucify him.
Wow.
When Pontius Pilate is like washing his hands and all that.
I want to just do, so we're back in our town. I want to do a scene where there's a gym teacher. Do you want to play the gym teacher, Allan? Or do you want to be in the...
I'm a spoke on a wheel here. You cast me. I'll play whatever you want.
Nice.
Okay. Ryan, maybe you be the gym teacher and we'll be the cast of whatever show, whatever we're doing.
Okay. Put the volleyballs down. I want the Capulets on one side. I want the Montagues on the other side.
Coach,
we're gonna do the balcony scene. Yeah.
Coach,
yeah.
Who am I?
You're Juliet.
Okay, great. All right.
Okay, you're Juliet. You're up on the balcony. Yeah.
Right.
Roger.
What's a Montague?
A Montague. There's two royal families in this Verona where this play is set. Okay.
Okay.
And they hate each other. They hate each other. It's there's like a rivalry. It's like a heated rivalry. Yes, you, Roger, again.
So it was like the heated rivalry.
Yeah.
Between the Mondigans.
The Montagues. So I'm just gonna Montague.
What'd you call me?
I know. So that's Roger. That's the name of the family. It's the Montagues and the Capulets. Okay.
I don't know what he's talking about. I don't know.
Don't worry about it. Okay. So Juliet, hop up on that balcony. So we've got. So that's up on the basketball. Just get up on the basketball net. Okay. There, we're gonna use that.
Is this safe?
Here, you stand on my back there now.
Okay, we go. Stand on the shoulders there and get up there.
Okay. Okay. Got it.
Okay. So Roger, you're Romeo. You're gonna come and you are gonna say your "What light through yonder window breaks" line, and boom, you're into the scene. And remember, it's dangerous. At any time, the Capulets can find you, the Montagues, and they kill you. They kill you.
All right.
So I'm Romeo.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, and it's forbidden love. You are so horny for each other, but it's forbidden.
Okay.
Yeah, Roger.
Sorry, I don't think you're supposed to say that.
Horny? Horny's out?
Forbidden, sir.
Oh, forbidden. Sir. Yeah, forbidden. Excuse me.
You're not supposed to say forbidden. You're supposed to say not liked or forbidden. You can say it.
So it's a forbidden love, but yes, scintillating,
horny. Sexual
tension.
Okay.
Here we go. Yeah, Roger?
Sir,
yeah.
I don't think you're supposed to say that.
Scintillating? What is it? Tension? Sexual? All of it. All of the above?
All those words, sir.
You know what? It's a crush. It's a crush. It's a crush. It's a crush.
My mother said you're not supposed to talk to us about sex anymore.
Yeah, I got those letters.
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah.
I understand.
Okay.
Mostly because it was you got a lot of it wrong. It wasn't
well.
You just got it wrong. But it was tasteful. It was just wrong.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I appreciated the suggestion box that we got to write in our questions anonymously.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Yeah, it's
like,
not just volleyball and basketball here. It's suggestions and it's sex. Okay, so let's see that. Roger, you're going to put your hand up, but you're okay?
No, you just said that word again that you're not supposed to say.
Yeah, right.
That's right.
Say that word again.
Suggestions. I forgot.
All right, I'm getting uncomfortable up here. It's pretty high.
Okay, so let's just do the first.
On?
Yeah, I got it.
Let's go. And scene.
But
action.
Soft, what yonder window breaks, it is the moon, and Juliet is the sun.
That's nice.
Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo? Deny thy.
Okay, you're jumping ahead a little bit, I guess, but
I was just waiting for a pause in the talking, and then I was going to talk.
I don't know the rest of it, even though I've played Romeo before. It's been a long time.
You played Romeo before. Roger, you've played Romeo?
Yeah.
Yeah. In my spare time, I'm a professional actor at the Stratford Theatre Festival. I'm actually an undercover cop.
Whoa!
I'm actually 40 years old.
I'll get on the ground.
We're here to bust Mr. What's his name there for not what you think. He's been selling a lot of weed to the teachers.
And I would have got away with it too.
Oh, man.
What's weird about that, though, and I never understood it, is legal now. So I don't know why other teachers are buying from you.
Weed.
It's also
kind of weed.
He's not supposed to be doing two jobs when he's a coach.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I had my best friend, turns out, was a cop this whole time. Nothing's real in my life.
Wow.
Wouldn't that be the greatest plot thing? Mission Impossible, you can do whatever you want in that movie.
Exactly.
Whatever you want.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect.
All you have to do is just pull off the mask.
Yeah, it's Scooby-Doo
comical.
logic. It's
so
beautiful.
Good. That was a great callback too. I mean, it was beautiful. Allan Hawco, as we said at the beginning, what a get.
What a get.
What a real get. We're so glad to have had you. I want you, so we talked about St Pierre. Anywhere else people can find you, what you do, our listeners?
I'll just be hanging out here when you guys go. I'll just be, when the screen goes solo and you just stare at yourself.
Oh, yeah.
That's my future right there.
Yeah. That's where you can find Allan. Yeah.
If you keep that link open for the viewers at home, I'll just do that, brush my teeth.
Perfect.
Wonderful.
I had some stuff, but St. Pierre is a good one. That's a good one to check out. It's on the Gem, on the CBC Gem. People back home ask me, what is Gem? It's an app you download on your various devices. And then they ask me, is it Netflix? And I go, no, it's not Netflix.
Yeah.
Then they say, is it on Netflix? And I say, no, it's not on Netflix.
It's similar though. And St. Pierre, great
shows,
show, wonderful show.
Oh, thanks.
It's like I'm hooked. I'm so into it. And
thank you.
Thank you for sharing your talents and being part of the Town Show universe now.
Thanks for having me. It's been a real pleasure. Thanks.
Amazing.
All right, guys.
Now, before we go, I just want to say, listeners at home, you write us, townshowpod@gmail.com. Tell us your suggestions. Ask us questions. Join our Patreon. It is live and it is rocking. And thanks for listening. And we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye.
The Town Show is a production of Kelly and Kelly, a new metric media company. The Town Show is hosted by Mark Chavez and Ryan Beal, produced by Chris Kelly, music by Chris Kelly. And the show is made possible by our loyal and valued Patreon subscribers, with special thanks to the Director of Procedural Integrity, Pamela Warren.
The Manager of Oversight Optics, Bumblefudger.
The Comptroller in charge of Comptrolling, Robert Pelipez.
The Register of Acceptable Irregularities and Compliance Auditor, Lizzie C.
Secretariat of Corrective Intentions, Eric Kogut. Kogut.
Under Manager in the Bureau of Post Hoc Justifications, Danny B.
And the Ombudsman at Large, Nell Sweeney.
If you want your very own special bureaucratic title in town, head on over to patreon.com/thetownshow and sign up for our old money tier, aka the Town Perm tier.
And you know what? There's a couple other tiers in there too. If you don't want to go all the way to old money, you won't get mentioned on the show like we're doing right now, but you will get access to a secret bonus show called The Tenants.
Mm-hmm.
You will get a voting rights. You want to vote in our mayoral elections, which will happen once a year, and access to our live town hall shows, which are going to happen quarterly. So there's lots of options for you depending on how much money you want to spend. And without you, this show is not possible. So go do it right now.
Head on over to patreon.com/thetownshow.